Girl, I ain't mean for it to start this quick. Dang, I meant to give myself a second to get situated. Hey. Um, let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay. I don't be wanting to do these so late at night because I know people have work in the morning, but we gonna get into it. Hey, everybody. I am Arailyus, if this is your first time here. Was that better? Oh, I guess that is better. I don't know. I don't know how I like that lighting. I don't know. But hey guys, I'm Arailyus. If this is your first time here, on my channel, I make all kind of content. I make pretty much lifestyle content from a mental health perspective. I say a lot. Natural hair is one of my loves. Fashion is one of my loves. I'm gonna talk about that too. Fitness, religion, you know, all the things, right? All the girly things, you know, I'm into those things. Like I said, my content is just from a mental health perspective. So I consider myself a socially awkward creative. And the short version of that basically is that it's just from a mental health perspective. It's like, of course, you know, well, yeah, we people with these really creative brains and these special brains and these abnormal brains, those are our superpowers. So yes, we are special because of our brains, but you know, everybody doesn't get us. Well, everybody doesn't get me. But you know, maybe if you found this video, maybe you relate to that too. I'm not sure, but I said all that to say that's what I mean by socially awkward creative. Everybody gets the creative part, but they always ask me about the socially awkward part. And yeah, the short version is basically my perception is a mental health perspective. So, excuse me, everybody doesn't get it. I have a girlfriend and I made a post on Facebook. And basically, I like acronyms. Like, I don't know. I like acronyms, right? So I am an Army veteran. If you did not know, if this is your first time here, I am an Army veteran. So there is the terminology or the term PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, right? A lot of military people are familiar with that. Well, I took PTSD and did something else with it. So I told this little story, like I was in a grocery store and I hear this lady saying PTSD, PTSD, you know, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, ma'am, are you okay? Why are you saying PTSD? You know? And she's like, well, you know, my kids only pay attention to me when I yell. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it, kids, right? But why PTSD? She says, oh, girl, that's short for put that shit down. Let me tell y'all, I was in the shower when that little joke, whatever, thought, whatever. I was in the shower when I got that idea, and this is not even what I'm supposed to be talking about. This is just my mind. I don't know. But I was in the shower trying to enjoy my peaceful shower, relaxing shower. And when I got that idea, I laughed. I was like, yeah, that's funny. Okay, when I get out the shower, I'll go do it. I kid you not. My brain was like, you gotta go do it now. Now, right now, right? You gotta get out the shower right now and go do this joke or whatever, right? When I tell you, that is like the most annoying thing. Because it's like I try to ignore it. Like, you're not the boss of me. I literally am telling my mind, you're not the boss of me, right? Like they say, you got to speak to your enemy. Speak those things as though they are, right? So, I speak and be like, you are not the boss of me. I am in control. You are a brain. I am the actual person. You cannot tell me what to do. You're not even a real person, right? This is literally me and the conversations I'm having with my mind. Do you get where I'm going, right? So, but it just got to be too much, right? It just, you win some, you lose some, right? And it's not that, I was just like, oh, let me just get out the shower. But it's like the thought just kept running through my head to the point that it's like the shower wasn't even enjoyable anymore. So needless to say, I got out the shower and, I made the joke. It was funny, a couple people laughed, whatever. But like my mind be like, this is the $1 million thought. This is the $1 million idea. This is the one that's gonna make you go viral, right? And it never is. It never is. But it's like my mind, that doesn't register with my mind. It's like my mind is either 0 or 100. There is no in between. Living with mental disorders, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But what time? Let me go. Let me get into this because it's late. Excuse me. So, just like in my last video where I was talking about this new mental disorder that maybe I have, right? I have not had an appointment with my therapist or psychiatrist yet. That's another conversation for another day. But I talked to my girlfriend. Oh, that was the point that I was making. So when I made the PTSD joke, she was just kind of like, what? And she was just like, yeah, that's a BPD mind. I mean, ADHD mind. That's what she said. ADHD, not BPD. I do have BPD, but she said that is definitely an ADHD brain that you have, right? So yeah, that was that story. I hate that I had to go around the world and back before I could tell the story, but living with mental disorders, right? So, like in my last video where I talked about the new mental disorder that I maybe have, STPD. Dang it. What is it? Schizotypal personality syndrome. We're not even gonna hurt my brain. But basically that is like, it's on the spectrum of schizophrenia, but it's not paranoid schizophrenia. But it's on the spectrum, as just like with autism or whatever. But I said all that to say, I researched it. Me and ChatGPT, y'all, that's my little buddy. we talked about it and we came up with another little outline to try to keep me on track, because as y'all see, I have talked for 10 minutes and I'm just now getting to my notes. So, as you can tell by the title, this live is about overcoming jealousy, regret, and starting over. And we're also, let me go on and get this out the way. Hurricane Helene, I think that's the one, is coming through. I'm in Middle Georgia. It's not that I'm not taking it serious. I am. However, I used to live in Florida, so I'm gonna just say that. But it is raining. It's been raining pretty much all day. All the grocery stores and everything like closed at 7 and stuff like that. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't ever remember living through a hurricane in Georgia. So, to be honest, I don't know what to expect. I know what it's like in Florida, but again, I don't know what to expect. But, for right now, everything is good. I got everything I need. Me and Vixen. It's just us. So, we got everything we need. But I work from home. So, like I made a post today in the community tab, and I was like, me realizing that work is not canceled because I work from home. So, work is not canceled due to the weather because I work from home. So, I work today and I will be at work tomorrow too. But I guess we're okay. It's just a little rain right now. So yeah, I did want to say that. But yeah, let's get into the topic. So this is how I'm supposed to start out. Okay. We're all in this together. It's our time to rise. But sometimes jealousy creeps, and I'm asking why. I want us all to win. No hate in my heart. But there's something inside that's pulling me apart. So that is supposed to set the scene for this video. So, okay, so I need to say this. This is a very vulnerable conversation that I'm about to have. I am about to, you make yourself vulnerable, period, by being on the internet. But when you share very personal things, you make yourself even more vulnerable. So I'm just going to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, that's all I'm saying. It's okay to have an opinion, and if it's negative, keep it to yourself and keep it moving. So I just wanted to say that. But I wanted to say that this is a vulnerable conversation about my personal journey dealing with jealousy, regret, imposter syndrome. Everybody talks about that, and my mental health. So I said, okay, first off, let me say this. I am a girl's girl. I want us all to win. I truly, 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 it's not a believe. I know there is enough out there for all of us. I truly believe that. So I am not hating on nobody, okay? I believe in supporting each other and uplifting other women. Again, there is room for all of us to the top. And if I'm being honest, I don't even have to be at the top. As long as I can make a difference in somebody's life or lives, whatever God sees fit, that's all I care about. It's not about me rising to the top. It's about me being obedient to God's word and being consistent and just continue speaking so that I can help people. So that's what it's about for me. Supporting others while battling your own demons. Discuss how it is possible to cheer on others while still confronting your own struggles. So yes, like I just said, I just want to do what God wants me to do. Whatever God tells me to do, that's what I want to do. But in the meantime, along the way, I want to support my sisters. I want to uplift my sisters. I want to say, go, girl, you did that, right? I want to be that girl. And I try to be that girl, but I'm going to just say this, right? I like fashion, and I like complimenting people. That's just me. If I see something I like, I'm going to say something about it. I'm going to compliment it, right? There are some people that feel like, oh, I just got to say something if it's something negative, right? But I see it in a positive light, because if I see somebody with a cute outfit, I'm about to hype you up because that outfit is cute. You about to tell me where you got that from, right? If I see a beautiful woman, I'm gonna tell her that she's beautiful. Whenever, and I promise, people that know me know this about me for real. I'm sweet in real life. Like, people love to paint me out to be a monster, but I mean, I'm just saying. I am a girl's girl. I love to compliment people. I love to, uplift other people. And people are weird about that. So many times, like, I'll tell y'all this one story. I was giving this girl a compliment. Like, I was saying she was pretty, or her outfit. It was something, I was complimenting her. And she looked at me like, and I was like, what's wrong? Like, oh, did I say something wrong? Excuse me. And she was like, I'm trying to figure out where I know you from. And I was like, oh, you don't know me. Like, I'm just complimenting you, right? I don't know. People are weird. I was at a pool party. This one is kind of embarrassing. But I told a girl, her bathing suit was so pretty. It was gorgeous. Like, I wanted to take a picture of the bathing suit, right? This girl, of course I didn't post it, because I'm like trying to get the outfit. She starts like dancing like seductively, like, and I was like, girl, that is not, no. Oh, girl, no. No. I don't know why girls are weird like that. Like, I don't know. A girl gotta have like an ulterior motive, or, it gotta be something in order for us to say, hey, sis, you're beautiful. Hey, sis, I like your outfit. Hey, sis, where did you get those shoes? Every time I see somebody with locks, especially sister locks, I always say something about their hair. Always. I am the person that is walking around. I smile at people. I still smile at people. I do. I know I am known to have RBF sometimes, but when I'm aware, I smile at people, right? And some of them smile back, but some people look at you so weird just for smiling, like, just for, just hi, just trying to be nice. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all get what I'm saying. I'm a girl's girl, right? I want to support other people, but I don't know. People act so weird, like, when you try to support them. Yeah, highlight the importance of not letting internal battles take away from the love and support you offer other women. So yeah, like I said, basically, I will continue to compliment women, men, whoever. If I see something I like it. I'm a compliment. That's just me. That's just me personally. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like more people should be like that. Like, with so much negativity going on in the world, like, we need some positive vibes. Like, we really do. Like, I didn't say this. Of course, we see this everywhere. You never know. That person might be having a bad day. They might be in their mind ready to unalive themselves. You never know. Just saying hey to that person, just smiling at that person, whatever could be the one thing that make that person say, you know what, life ain't so bad after all. You never know. I'm just saying. Let me move on. Okay, so let's get to the something inside of me, the root of my jealousy. So I am supposed to explain my jealousy. So this is what we got. When I feel jealousy, and I'm being honest, when I feel jealousy, it's not that I want what you have. It's not that, oh my God, their life is so great. You know, why isn't my life like that? Right? It's not that. The problem, what jealousy triggers in me is regret. Um, a lot of people don't know this. Like, I started my YouTube channel years ago, but I just walked away from it, and now at my big age of 43, I'm finally ready to take it serious. And it's like, Arailyus, nobody cares. Nobody is checking for you. Your time has come and gone. We on to the next, right? And that's what's triggered in me out of jealousy. Like, I don't care, what people have. Like, yes, I like nice things too. I'm not going to lie, but if God has blessed you with those things, that's the blessing that God gave you. So I'm not gonna lie and say I don't ever say, oh, such and such has that. That would be nice to have, but it's not gonna make me act a certain way towards you because you have it, right? I feel like that's the kind of jealousy that I think I'm gonna get to that coming up. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I feel like that kind of jealousy, the jealousy that makes you treat somebody different, like that's I never want that. Like that's not the kind of jealousy I have. Again, the jealousy that I feel is triggered is that it triggers my regrets, you know. So, yeah, that. And like I said, yeah, it's that regret, that I had the opportunity to be living a life that I wanted to live, to already have made a difference, in maybe many people's lives by now, but I didn't take advantage of the opportunities. So that's on me. So my jealousy is different. It's different. It ain't what you think. um yeah, talk about how this is really good. Talk about how this feeling of starting over from scratch brings up complex emotions and self-doubt. So this is what I'm gonna say about that, right? Um, one Sunday in church, pastor said, sometimes you have to change your location, right? And we think location like, dang, move. I can't just move, right? But sometimes a move is not always like a life move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Move from one state to another state, right? I said all that to say, okay, we all have social media, right? Whatever. I was mainly focusing on Facebook, right? And I don't know. I was mainly focusing on Facebook, right? And on my personal Facebook page, like, I don't get much interaction. I'm okay with it now, but I mean, I'm just saying, I wasn't getting a lot of interaction, right? So I started, let me try TikTok. Let me try. I did Threads. Everybody have Instagram, but within Facebook, they have groups, right? So I am a part of a couple groups on Facebook, and I'm not gonna tell y'all name of the group because y'all ain't finna judge me. But I'll tell y'all at another time. But I made a post. I made a few posts, but one of the posts, I'm making a point too. I'm not bragging, I'm making a point. One of the posts got like maybe 300 likes, right? And like a whole lot of comments, right? And I was like, oh wow, right? Like that is so dope, right? It was a really dope post. Like I'm to my own horn, yeah, of course. But it was a really dope post, but it got a lot of interaction. And then the next post, I remember putting the exact same post on my personal Facebook page, and I also put it in the group. On my personal Facebook page, I got maybe 10 likes, maybe. In the other group, that post got over 500 and something likes and 300 comments, right? And again, not bragging, I'm making a point. Sometimes when you have to change your location or your address or move, it could be something as simple as that. Trying something different, and that does go with what I'm going to say about starting over from scratch and the complex emotions of self-doubt. Because I wasn't getting much interaction on my personal page, it really made me start thinking like, excuse me, dang, maybe my stuff really ain't that good. Maybe my posts are not that funny. Maybe my outfits are not that cute. Whatever. I'm being honest, right? But yeah, actually posting somewhere else and seeing that it's not your content, Arailyus. It's your audience, So yeah, but yes, like I said, because I quit YouTube so long ago, and YouTube is so oversaturated now, and I feel like literally, I even feel like YouTube is saying, "Arailyus, your time is over." To be honest, that's how I feel too. But I saw a post on Instagram, I think, somewhere. This man was, I want to say like 77 years old. He had just graduated college. He was the first person ever in his whole family to go to college. And his 99-year-old mom was there at his graduation, So I just keep telling myself, and we all know Tabitha Brown. I don't know her whole story, but I do always say, Tab, she's a little older. She's a little bit older than me. I don't know her age. I don't know a lot. I know of her, but I don't like know her intent. I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. I don't know a lot. Let me just put it like that. But I think she is like, if she's not 50, maybe she's close to 50 or whatever. But anyway, I said all that to say, I'm like Arailyus, it happened for her at a later age. It can still happen for you. Your creativity has never went away. If anything, your creativity is at the best it's ever been, if I'm being honest, so what? That you're starting over. This is your story. You get to write your story however you want to write it. It does not matter how many times you start over, how many times you mess up. It does not matter. The reality of the situation is people are going to talk about you regardless. People are going to pick at you. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to say, oh my God, here she go trying something else. Oh God, she failed at the last thing, but she trying something else. All the while, they never tried anything. They still live in their hometown, still not doing anything with their life. But they have so much to say about you, who at least you do have the courage to try, right? So starting over, okay, okay, you know, and these literally are the conversations that I have to have in with my mind when I start feeling this way. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna get no names, but I mean, I was watching this one YouTuber, and I've been watching her forever, and I'm just like, her career just thrived, it grew, and I'm like, of course, the thought is like, you could have been like that too, you know, and we know how Satan is. Like, he always go for the juggler. Even though I am aware that, like I said, as long as there's breath in my body, I can still chase my dreams. But I'm not gonna lie and say it ain't no sensitive topic for me. And, he knows that. So he jumps on that every single chance he gets. So I said all that to say that. Oh, this is good. Facing imposter syndrome, right? Imposter syndrome in full force. In full force. Coming back to YouTube feels like imposter syndrome has me in a chokehold. I ask myself, am I even good enough? I see other creators thriving, and sometimes I wonder if I even belong here. Discuss how the comparison game intensifies your imposter syndrome and makes it even harder to push through. And I kind of feel like I answered that before I read the questions clearly, because she doesn't. I do prepare. I ain't gonna say that, but I don't want to have time to think about these. Like, I really want to give my genuine and honest opinions. Like, I don't want it to seem script. Like, yes, I am using an outline, but clearly, I mean, if you don't know how Chat GPT works, it literally is a collaboration. When you use Chat GPT, you have to give it so much information. You have to well, for me, this is my experience. You have to give it literally details, personal details. You have to be very, very, very specific when you're talking to Chat GPT, because if not, it will give you some off the wall response, whatever. So yeah, I did tell Chat GPT what I wanted to talk about. I pretty much told Chat GPT what was on my mind and was like, I want to talk about this in a video, right? So that's how we came up with this. So I am reading these questions for the first time, but I do know what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. Okay. Discuss how the comparison game intensifies. Discuss how the comparison game intensifies your imposter syndrome and makes it even harder to push through. Oh my God. I went blank. This is mental health. Okay, so I think along with imposter syndrome, what's the other one called? Like the perfection type thing. I think they kind of go hand in hand. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest, right? I am probably delusional. See, I don't even want to be completely honest, but I do believe I'm a little delusional, right? But I feel like that is so necessary to be a content creator, because you gotta make it seem like you know what you're doing. You gotta give your best, when you putting something out there, because you never know which video could be the one, right? And I mean, you want people to, to like your content. You want people to come back, whatever. So you want to make it seem like things are just so great. Ooh, look at my life. Ooh, look at my life. They're doing that. I'm doing it too. I'm doing it better than them. They went there, well, I'm going here. Like, I'm not going to say mine was like that extreme, but I did get scammed. I'm not ready to talk about that right now, but I did get scammed. Not ready to talk about it right now. But I'll talk about that one day. I'm just not ready to talk about that right now. But connecting it all together with, if you watch the last video, the STPD, again, I have not seen my psychiatrist, have not seen my therapist, so I do not have this as a confirmed diagnosis, but this is what I really think is wrong with me. And STPD is schizotypical personality disorder. So again, it's on the spectrum of schizophrenia, but it's not full-blown paranoid schizophrenic, but it's on the spectrum. So even though I told ChatGPT I had not been diagnosed, it said bring in how your recent diagnosis adds another layer to your mental health journey. And I'm not going to go too into detail because I literally made a whole video about it, but I just will say, it just makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. A lot of the symptoms of BPD, bipolar disorder, ADHD, yeah. A lot of those symptoms, they overlap. That again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not in school to be a therapist or anything like that. I'm a nerd. I live with these things, so I try to research it and understand it so I can help myself and in turn help other people. So I just go off of what I have researched. But yeah, a lot of different mental disorders, they overlap. A lot of the mental disorders have some of the same symptoms. So yeah, that's why it's very, very important to, make sure you are speaking with a licensed professional when someone claims they're, diagnosing you. Oh yeah, talk about how the condition can make you feel more isolated, misunderstood, or disconnected, and how that plays into your overall feelings of jealousy, regret, and self-worth. So, basically, sometimes I'm up here. I feel like I am that girl, right? I have all the confidence in the world. And other times, I'm down here. Like I said, with me, there really is no in between. There's literally 0 or 100. But I am working and I'm getting better on bringing that at least a 40. If I can't make it to 50, at least start out at a 40 and work my way up, to try to stay balanced, right? So, yeah, again, this the symptoms of STPD, they intertwine with depression, anxiety, BPD and stuff. And when you have those mental disorders, you have moments where you feel isolated, misunderstood, disconnected. I don't act like everybody else. I don't fit in, and the thing about STPD is that you literally have these concrete self-perceived notions in your head that and that is your perception. And that's the thing, your perception is your reality. So however you see the world, that's your reality. And no matter what anybody else tries to tell you, this is what you see, and that's kind of what sets STPD apart from like a bipolar or BPD, you know. So, yeah. So yeah, all these feelings, they all can make you not feel so great about yourself. Um Oh yeah. I think I said this too, but it says be vulnerable about how this diagnosis again might complicate your journey back to YouTube, but also share how it has empowered you with more self-awareness. Now, I can definitely speak on that self-awareness part. I am very, 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 very aware of what's going on around me and in the world. And I can be honest when, some people we're not there yet, And this is a segue into this new project that I'm working on. And I basically am doing batch content for this project. So like when you see this project, you will probably see me in the same thing, Um, but because I know my mind, I know how I am, I know how my ADHD gets, I will have all the best intentions of wanting to do things every single day, but I know myself again. I'm very aware, I'm very honest. And in order for me to be consistent and stick to this, on those moments, on those days when I do feel really, really motivated to get something done, when I am hyper focused, I try to get as much work done as I can. I'm sure y'all know this. You can schedule your posts. So I don't know if y'all see the polls that I do every morning, but one day, I don't remember if it was this month or last month when I did that, but I literally just went through and did all of them. I think I went all the way up until November. Like I have a poll set for every single day. And that's because at that time I was hyper focused, and I was like, I need to do something, you know, to actually make my YouTube channel grow, right? And I know that means I need to be consistent, but because I'm honest with myself and I know how my mind is and how I jump from idea to idea, one minute I want to do this, the next minute I don't want to do that. Now I want to do something different. Oh, something bad happened. I don't want to do anything. Forget every idea that I ever had. But at the same time, there's still 1,001 ideas that are like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. Yeah, my mind, I'm telling you, this is mental health. This is mental illness. But I mean, this is my life. Like literally, this is my life. And this is why I tell my story. This is why, I make content, because people need to see the side of mental illness and mental health. I try my very best. I know this sounds like a contradiction. I try not to use my mental health as an excuse or a hindrance or a crutch or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm aware. I'm aware of myself. I am aware of this mental disorder. I am aware of what this mental disorder does to me, or how it affects my thinking, how it affects my judgment, how it affects my actions, right? So I know that in order for me to be consistent with something that I am very, very, very passionate about, like, my mind is so creative. I want to do everything, right? But I have to realize, like, Arailyus, you can't do everything. But you can do a lot if you do things like batch content. So I know that was a lot to say, but I felt like I had to explain it. Blame it on the ADHD. I have to explain everything. So yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I already said that. Okay, taking accountability and moving forward, acknowledging your role, be honest about how your past decisions led to missed opportunities, but also be clear that the jealousy isn't a reflection of other people's success. It's about the promises you made to yourself but didn't keep. That pretty much, it says it all. Oh yeah, and then I said, I quit on myself before, but I'm not quitting again. The only person I'm competing with now is me. Um, okay, and then, okay, final thoughts. We're all starting somewhere. So I already did that. I kind of already did that. It says, end with the message about how it's okay to start over. Everyone has their own timeline. And just because the road is harder now doesn't mean it's not worth walking. So, yeah, we already talked about that when I talked about Miss Tab Brown. Auntie Tab, I do know that much about her. um, Acknowledge that while the journey might feel lonely or unnoticed, persistence and authenticity are key. And I do want to touch on this just really, really quick. Um, a lot of you don't know this because maybe this is your first time watching one of my videos, but basically, I finally found my voice. It took me 43 years, but I finally found my voice, and I have been speaking my mind. And I know it rubs people the wrong way, because I know a lot of people are like, what's going on with you? Like, you ain't been acting like that. Who's she trying to be now? Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their thoughts. And again, this is another regret. I don't know how to shake this one, but this is another regret. And that is the regret that I tried to hide my true personality, the true person that I was. And I felt like that made the situation even worse, you know. Because, people can tell when you're fake and you're not real and you're not being authentic. So that probably made things worse. But yeah, I finally found my voice, accepted who I am, and actually, I love who I am. I'm very honest, and I love that. I love that for me. I guess you could say I want my lick back. I'm trying to get my lick back, and I'm trying to get 43 years of licks back. So I know God is like a raise. That is not the goal. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. But I'm just saying, everybody want their lip back. Everybody do. So, because, I mean, you know, I've been myself. I've been creating, I think I've been posting fashion content for maybe a year now. If it hasn't been a year, like I've been posting fashion content for a while, you know, and I was seeing, you know, girls like copying what I was doing, and you know, they weren't liking my posts. But, you know, I saw their posts and I saw that they were doing what I was doing. And I get it. Everybody is inspired by somebody, but I feel like what I do is very specific and unique to me. Because it just, it's my ADHD brain. And I guess it's like they're trying to copy a ADHD brain, but you can't because it's so random. Like, I don't even know what's gonna come out my mind sometimes. So, I mean, good luck. But so yeah, I started talking noise, you know. Speaking of, you know, and yeah, I know that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but I'm okay with that. But again, I do wish, I do definitely regret not showing my true personality, being who I uniquely am. Arailyus means unique, or at least that's what they told me. So, I have finally, you know, accepted who I am. I love who I am. I'm now, there are things about me that I don't like, but you know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Um, yeah. um, yeah, I said that. So yeah, acknowledge that while the journey might feel lonely or unnoticed, persistence and authenticity are key. I had lost my train of thought, so I'm glad I read that again, because I was like, what the hell was I just talking about? This is mental disorders. I think that's ADHD. I think it's ADHD that makes me forget like that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I think it's the ADHD that makes me forget things like that. My memory is horrible. I forget people's name all the time. I'm great with faces, but names. Eesh. But anyway, let's get ready to end this. Oh my God, we've been talking for almost an hour. So yeah, just I said that to say, you know, people watching, you know, I feel like because I don't have the huge audience, you know, that's why they're not applauding for me. And also, you know, because my honesty triggers their demons. I say that too. I think that's another reason why I don't get the support. But I want to finish with this. We all get to start again. It's not too late to turn regret into action. And remember, I'm rooting for us all, no matter where we're starting from. So I am supposed to encourage you to share your own stories of starting over if you have. Overcoming jealousy if you have. Battling imposter syndrome if you have. Dealing with mental disorders if you feel comfortable in speaking on that. Yeah, just talk back to me, guys. I promise I'll talk back. I'm here. I feel like I have so much to say. I mean, as y'all see, this mind, I promise there is so much. And there's so much. It's like Beauty and the Beast. The beauty is the creativity. The beast is the chaos. And the, what's the word I'm trying to say? Disorganization. That's the beast. But the beauty is the creativity that comes out of it. So I don't know. But I want to invite you, if you enjoyed this video, I want to invite you to join the family. I would love to have you here. I always tell people, watch this one video and maybe a couple others while you at it. Check out my vibe, and because girl, it's a lot. But if you like my vibe, I would love, love, love to have you as a part of the family. And if you are coming back for another video, hey, I know I was supposed to say it all this at the very beginning. I do apologize. But as I have explained, there's a lot going on up here. So I am just proud of myself for being consistent and making a video. So, yeah. And that's me speaking to that little perfection thing up there, because that little perfection thing up there be like, oh, you did that wrong. Oh, you said that wrong. Oh, you didn't do that. Oh, you forgot to edit that out. Oh, look, you missed the button. Whatever. That little. So I speak back to that and say, I'm not being graded for any of this. As long as I show up and continue to be me, my authentic self, God will handle the rest. So, yes. So I'm inviting you to join me on this journey. And remember that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And like I said in my other video, honesty is the first step in any journey, and that's if, there's an issue or whatever, or if you're trying to do better at something. We all have to admit, okay, this is the issue that I have. And I'm going to end on this note. Don't let them folks fool you. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is dealing with something. Everybody is fighting some battle. So people can talk about you, they can judge you, they can say whatever. But if you're being true to yourself and being honest about your situation, that's all that matters. At least you'll admit yours. So yes, I'm going to go because I have work in the morning. I thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, share. I like to know where you're watching from, just so I can know who sees my videos or where my videos are going. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. And yes, the new series will be coming. So, look out for that. Stay tuned for that. So, yeah. Bye, guys.